today?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Today we are here to discuss the issues at property 55 Bridge Road, Sunnydale. The first being the rent in arrears for 2 weeks, and secondly, the garden maintenance issue. How about we start with Mr. Enoch on the rent in arrears issue first? Mr. Enoch, can you please give us an update on the status of this issue?
Well, first of all, my apologies for delaying rent. I didn't realize I had caused such an issue. So I've been extremely busy lately as my wife has been in a serious accident, and I've been spending all day and most nights by her side at the hospital.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry to hear that, Mr. Enoch. Is Mrs. Enoch getting any better?
Yeah, I mean, she's a lot better now after 2 weeks, but still in hospital. So I have therefore not been able to answer calls and mainly checking emails remotely at the hospital. I did actually manage to return a call to your agency and spoke to Claire about my recent incident. Did she update you on this, Winston?
No, Claire didn't update me on this. I'm sorry about that. We have been trying several attempts to discuss the matter via phone and email with you, Mr. Enoch, and followed up action items and written correspondences in the email without establishing direct contact. Rent is now 2 weeks in arrears, which is $1,000. We have therefore escalated the issues and arranged for this meeting.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry about all this. So this is one-off incident. I definitely will rectify this issue so that we are both happy. I didn't realize I've caused so much effort. So moving forward, I still want to stay at the property at least until end of the lease. As Mrs. Eno is still unstable, so I therefore do not want to spend time moving around looking for a property.
I understand. I see your point, Mr. Enoch. I'm sorry for what has happened to Mrs. Enoch. Sigba, now what is your take on this issue?
Well, first of all, I'm sorry to hear about what has happened to your wife, and I really hope she gets well soon and all the best to her. With regards to rent in arrear, it is 2 weeks behind. While I understand your situation, I do have my commitments to make. I have a mortgage to repay, and without the rental payment, I will have to make the mortgage repayment out of pocket. Nevertheless, I would want to continue the lease with Mr. Enoch, as re-advertising would take time and cost. I have also noticed that Mr. Enoch has been excellent up until this time. He always paid his rent as required, and the property has always been excellently maintained.
Yeah, I see. So you both agreed to continue on with the tenancy, right?
Yeah, that would be ideal, and it would be best if a payment plan can be arranged to pay up the 2 weeks of rent.
I don't have any concern to continue on with the tenancy, but I do not agree with the payment plan. Since I have a mortgage to repay, I really need the rent to be paid immediately.
Okay, so both agreed to continue with the tenancy. The next issue we need to sort out is how to handle the 2 weeks rent in arrears. Since Sigba refuses to have a payment plan in place, and Mr. Enoch has some difficulty. So we need to find an agreement that is workable by both parties. Let me do that. So could you please excuse me for a minute? With this issue, I'll need to consult my principal. So please bear with me for a minute.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Hi. Yeah, I've consulted. Yeah. All right. Okay. I see. Okay, thank you. Thanks, bye. Okay, so I've consulted my principal, and how about this? We propose a solution that is beneficial to both parties. How about we propose to have 1 week's rent, which is $500 paid immediately today, and the remaining 1 week to be paid together in the next rental schedule.
Okay, it sounded workable to me.
So if I receive the 1 week rent today, you will have to ensure that I receive the rest on the next rental payment schedule.
Yes, no problem. So what I will do is I will put all this in writing and distribute to both of you. I'll ensure that the remaining balance be paid in the next payment schedule.
Okay, thanks, Winston.
Thank you, Winston.
Okay, you are both welcome. So let me summarize our discussion. Both Mr. Enoch and Sepa agreed to continue with the tenancy and agreed with the payment arrangement of paying 1 week in arrear today and the rest in the next payment schedule. Is there anything I need to clarify before we finish the meeting?
No further questions.
I also don't have further questions.
Great, so thank you both for your cooperation and assistance in resolving the dispute. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Sepa. Thank you, Mr. Enoch.
Thank you, Rita.
Thank you so much.